Hey everyone. Today we'll be doing a comparison video between the Galaxy S2 and the Samsung Galaxy S Captivate. I've been very excited for this phone, and I finally got my hands on it as it arrived in Canada recently, which of course gave me the incentive to go ahead and buy it. Um, and of course I've loved the Captivate. I've had it for a while now, and as my subscribers should know. But yeah, let's go ahead and get down to the comparison. Alrighty, so let's go through a quick overview of the two devices. We have, of course, on the right side, the Samsung Galaxy S2, which is boasting a 4.3-inch Super AMOLED Plus display that is of the resolution 480 by 800, so WVGA. And on the left is the Samsung Galaxy S Captivate, um, which has the Super AMOLED display, no plus, but has the same resolution as the Galaxy S2. So the resolution is the same, however, the displays are slightly different, but we'll get into that a bit later. On the Galaxy S2, we have a front-facing 2 megapixel camera, which is pretty great. And on the back, we have a 8 megapixel camera with LED flash, which is also pretty sweet. And on the Galaxy S Captivate, which I'm going to call Captivate now, has a 5 megapixel camera with no flash. As far as physical buttons goes, we have the power button for the Galaxy S2 on the right. Same with the Galaxy S, although it's further up. On the left we have a volume rocker. Same here. Volume rocker on the left. We have a lanyard port, which you won't see because it's kind of dark here. And one physical button that the Captivate does not have is, of course, the home button here. Kind of makes it look like the iPhone, but hey, still a great device, and definitely not like the Apple iPhone. So when we look at its looks, I'd say they don't look too different from each other. Of course, the Captivate has sharper edges, but if you look at the original i9000 or Galaxy S, they look pretty similar, actually very similar. Back on the back, of course, we have a little hump on the Galaxy S2. Here we have two small humps. You pull this back for the battery door and snap it shut, which is a great mechanism because if you do drop your phone, the battery won't come out. And I don't think it'll happen here either. I'm not going to try and open it because it's kind of hard to do with one hand. There's a latch here and you basically rip your phone apart. It's kind of scary, but it's the same with the Galaxy S i9000 or the first Galaxy S, so nothing unusual there. One thing I do like though is the capacitive buttons. When you do press it, it's very easy to press. You do not miss it. Here you do have some trouble. So that's one good thing about the Galaxy S2. Okay, so as far as displays go, we have both devices on max brightness, and it is clearly visible that the Galaxy S2 on the right has the brighter screen compared to the Galaxy S Captivate, the Captivate. We can also see that here we have a slight bluish tinge. It might not be clear on this camera, but sorry about that. Over here, I think that's been fixed. It looks much better. The colors are truer to what they should be. So it's a great display. I am definitely excited about the Super AMOLED Plus. And though the resolution is the same, I can actually look at the Galaxy S2 and actually see a better image than the Galaxy S, so that is saying quite a bit. When testing sound quality, the Galaxy S2 actually disappoints heavily. I find myself wondering how Samsung went wrong here. I don't think it's a device-specific issue. So let me go ahead and play the same track. They have their duplicate tracks. I've copied the same track onto both phones, so there's no different encoding or anything like that. But let's go ahead and play it on the Captivate. And on the Galaxy S2. So you may have noticed it's a bit louder, which is great, but the sound quality itself is not that satisfying. Um, it A friend of mine told me that it had more higher tones, but while the Captivate, the Captivate had mid tones, mid to low tones, which is more realistic. So I prefer the speaker on the Captivate, even though it's a little less loud. But it can be fixed, and I mean, if you hear a notification on the Galaxy S2, you kind of feel underwhelmed when you're coming from a phone like this. But yeah, that would be an overview of audio. Text messaging on the Captivate is actually pretty standard. You type a message, you got your Samsung keyboard. This is of course stock, and it's what you would expect from a normal phone going into text messaging. While the Galaxy S2 actually puts something interesting on the table. If you go into landscape, it actually gives you a tablet-like view, if you want to call it that. It's actually very interesting, and you don't really lose anything. It really makes use of the screen real estate, and it's very interesting and pleasing. I'm very happy with this, and was quite surprised to accidentally bump into it because I have not seen it in any reviews or anything. But as you can see here, everything is pretty standard. There is no two columns of things telling you what to do. So I'm definitely psyched about that. And finally, we come to the launchers, or overlays, if you want to call it that. On the Galaxy S2, we've got TouchWiz 4. It is a very graphics, a processor-heavy user interface. We have seen the Captivate run it, but it does lag a bit and so on. But with the Galaxy S2's 1.2 gigahertz dual-core Exynos processor, this is a breeze. So it has some pretty intuitive ways to add widgets and so on. There are quite a few resizable widgets, like AccuWeather. You just pick it up, let it go, and then you can just pull it out. Although right now I can't do it, but it is pretty intuitive and very nice. There are some cool features as well. You can pick up a widget to place and tilt your device to place it on a different screen. I mean, it's unnecessary. It's a bit of a gimmick, but it's still very cool, and I think it's very nice. Of course, the app drawer has more of the TouchWiz 4 goodness going on here. It's definitely one of the better overlays, and very, very nice to look at. The Captivate, of course, has TouchWiz 3. I'm not sure if it's actually called TouchWiz 3, but it is pretty standard. It doesn't look great. It's a little clunky, and the Galaxy S Captivate, which is running a 1 gigahertz Hummingbird processor does tend to lag a bit when there's a lot of widgets even, or a graphics heavy or processor heavy live wallpaper going on in the back. Um, it's still a good phone, but definitely does not compare to the Galaxy S2. So that's it for my comparison of the Captivate and the Galaxy S2. I tried to review things that most other reviewers probably would not consider reviewing or may have missed. And I intentionally left out more of the generic things that you could easily find in a different comparison. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later.